Hey, what's up? It's April here. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're listening on the pod, we'll work on settle on all podcast platforms. What's up? Today, we're talking about a topic that is super close to my heart. And we've also been talking about in the last 2 videos that I uploaded, and it's about values. Specifically, how do you know if you're living in alignment with your values and if you're not? Values are it's an internal compass, right? It guides us to keep us grounded, and it helps us to make decisions that feel right. But what happens when we drift off course? How can we tell if we're not living in line with those values? That's what we'll be exploring today. So first off, let's talk about inner conflict. Have you ever found yourself feeling torn about a decision? Like maybe your gut or your intuition is telling you one thing, but you're doing the complete opposite. This can be a red flag that means that something is out of alignment. Because when you're true to your values, decisions feel a lot more clear. Even if they're hard, they still feel straightforward. And then there's the sneaky feeling of emptiness and just lack of fulfillment. You could be checking off all the boxes, hitting all your goals, but still feeling like, what am I doing all of this for? And that is usually a sign that your achievements aren't in sync with what really matters to you. It's like you're climbing a ladder, but it's leaning against the wrong wall. And then there's another thing, it's guilt and regret, right? Which is 2 big indicators. If you're constantly looking back and you're saying, I shouldn't have said that, I shouldn't have did that, then you're probably not aligning with your values on a day-to-day basis. And over time, this can lead to you getting further and further away from your purpose. And you start to feel more disappointed in yourself, and you start judging yourself more, which can send you into a useless spiral of negative emotions. And this is okay. It just means that it's time to recalibrate. And also stress and anxiety, right? We all deal with stress, right? But it feels like it's never ending, or you feel out of control. And that could be your mind and body's way of telling you that something is off, right? And when you're not living according to your values, everything feels like an uphill battle. And here's one that might hit home for a lot of us: inconsistent behavior. Like, why can't I do what I say I'm going to do, right? And if you notice that you're constantly shifting your behavior depending on who you're with or where you are, it might be because you're not grounded in your values, right? And when you are more steady, you are more consistent, and more than likely people always know where you stand, right? Finally, you're feeling disconnected. That's one of the things that can also be a red flag when you feel like, am I aligning with my values? Feeling disconnected from yourself and from others might be a sign that your external life isn't matching up with your internal values, right? And that disconnect can make you just want to isolate. And even when you're in crowds of people, you just don't feel like you're with anybody. You just still feel alone, right? And the first step is just recognizing it. Take some time to reflect on what are your core values, and write them down and think about them. Just like I said in the other video, use other people, use people that you admire, and just write down what it is about them, how they do what they do, and why it resonates with you. And if you are looking for more guidance on how to live a life full of purpose and alignment, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. And I've got a lot more content coming your way, and I hope that this helps. And thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Drop a comment and share your story, or email me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.